of the field, Friday night tension high. Sweat on the backs, Pioneer pride. War drums beat inside, helmet cracks in the air. Concrete grit out and fight, enemies everywhere. Boswell Sports, screams and screams, voices howl. Sports, screams and screams, voices howl. Spirits mean, warriors clash unseen, legacy in the beats.
Good evening and welcome to Boswell Sports as we get ready tonight to watch the Boswell Pioneers open up the 2025 season in non-district play against the Denton Braswell Bengals. Hello everyone, I'm Jim Howard and this is Pioneer Football. Joining me in the booth tonight is our producer and he will be our little color from time to time, Keith Diamond. Hello, Keith.
Hello, Jim. How are you? And Jim, before we get started, I want to make an important announcement about tonight's game.
Okay.
I want to make sure everybody understands the significance of tonight's game. Not only is it week 1 of the 20th season, but it is the opening act of your farewell tour. So we've got 10 games with you.
9. I won't be here next week.
Oh, that's right. You'll be here next week, but enjoy it with us. We've got some new wrinkles tonight, so yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's cloudy and overcast here. Great temperature here at the stadium. I think it's probably somewhere in the mid 80s. And it doesn't look like we're going to get any kind of rain delays, which is good. It's just kind of, like I say, gray and overcast. Beautiful stadium here in Denton. I'm really impressed by what they've done. The room that we're in, it's like a luxury suite. And so we're excited. We're excited to bring you Pioneer football. Love to hear from you as you're tuning in from all over the globe, as we are nationwide, through our YouTube channel. Shameless plug. And then hopefully we've got folks that are listening back home at the Eagles Nest. Eagles Nest is going to be bringing games as well. Absent from the booth tonight, Peyton Peterson, not able to make the trip with us, but hopefully Peyton will join us again in 2 weeks. Lots of good things here for the Boswell Pioneers. As definitely a bigger team, a much mature team. I've watched a lot of film from the Birdville scrimmage that they had a couple of weeks ago, and this team looks good.
It does. It looks really good. It's a lot bigger. You know, Coach Weaver talked about it too, and even Coach Ab in the show talked about how you don't want to play sophomores, but that's kind of what we're forced to have done last year. So now we've got guys that Juju's back at quarterback in another year of experience, and the lights aren't going to be for a good game. You know, you and I were sitting here talking about the massive size of the Braswell Tigers or Bengals, I'm sorry. But then when we look out here at our guys and we look at the rosters that we've got, and we're like, there's no way that they're that small. And so we've got, looks like some big dudes this year.
Yeah, probably the biggest group of linemen I think I've ever seen for the Boswell Pioneers. Of course, in the backfield, a guy that is well known around Boswell is Chance Lassiter, the running back, healed back from his injury last year, and we'll see what he can do. And then we got some new faces at the wide receiver position. Number 22, Colton Coursey. That's a guy we want to watch. Of course, Jaden Barboza, who was a stalwart at just about any position last year. We look for good things from him.
And coming back again is Peyton Rhodes, and who really had a good season last year. So Coach Weaver said that he looks for even bigger things from him this year.
Yeah, these guys definitely. I'm looking for good things from this group, as you see them warming up down there. We can't do this without our sponsors, so we're going to take a quick break and recognize.
Oh, Red's barbecue, make you move like a cow. Tasting Texas pride, no stopping now. From sun up to sundown, this place feels right. Red's barbecue, every single bite.
Meet Kim Miller. She's a property management specialist. She can help take out the hassle from the rent raise. Let her show you how to become an owner and not just a landlord. Help with rent collection, maintenance, and inspections. That's All County Property Management.
When you make money, we make money. Low vacancy rates, full web access, low monthly fee, no hidden or extra cost. Connect with us from a wide range of devices, your smartphone, tablet, and computer. So before you rent your next property, call us. Check us out on Facebook, Boswellsports, Twitter, Instagram. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today. All County Property Management, 817-567-2500.
Welcome back to Boswell Sports. As the Pioneers have finished their warm-up and they head back to the locker room. Again, this football team, rough last year. They went 1-10. As you see, the temperature and everything for tonight's game, 82 degrees with wind out of the northeast at 12. But looking at the goalpost here, those flags are just barely moving, so I don't think that'll be a factor at all. 34% chance of rain forecast, but looking at the clouds, it doesn't look very menacing, so I think we'll be okay there. Pioneer football schedule, same as it was last year. They play that same schedule. They just flip it home and away from year to year. First up, of course, the Denton Braswell. Pioneers went 1-10 last year. Their only victory was against Mansfield Lake Ridge late in the season, and that was another one of those. It was a thriller. Pioneers led for 3 straight quarters. Looked like Lake Ridge was going to come back in the very end and take the win, just like we had seen several times during the season, including the Braswell game. But the Pioneers pulled it out. And so in talking to Coach Weaver this week on the Pioneer Sports Extra show, where we talk Pioneer football live from Red's Barbecue, we talked about the momentum. We talked about those guys' memory of that last game and what it felt like. Coach Weaver described it as you would have thought that those guys had won a playoff game or won the state championship during that game. So it gave them something to build off of. We hope they'll keep that energy, bring it into this stadium, and hopefully we won't have a repeat of what we saw last year at Boswell.
Absolutely. And you got to think too is that those sophomores that are coming up that are the juniors this year, they fought every game, even though they there was record wasn't what we would hoped it would have been, but getting that taste of what a win feels like, and just like you said, they thought it was a playoff game, and to enjoy that victory and that feeling, and hope that it carries over again tonight, as far as to get the season off. Last season, this game was all Boswell for the first half plus. And then maybe just got a little tired. And Coach Weaver talked about this. Did they get a little tired? Did they say, you know what, I just need to rest this down? And maybe now they understand, no, you've got to play through every single down, every single second until that final whistle.
So, football not only is a physical game, it's also a very mental game. And I really thought that, you had a young team last year. You can't call them that anymore. They've grown up.
Yes.
But you had a very young team last year. And I think that Braswell game really kind of set the tone a little bit. They led for the 3 quarters, and then they lost it in the last 4 minutes. That's not something that Boswell Pioneers do.
No.
And so, for a young team, and you see that, I think it shakes your confidence a little bit. Then they go into Saginaw, a team that they have just owned for the past 20 years, and then they get stunned by the Rough Riders in that game. And so those 2 losses, I really thought kind of shook their confidence. They're trying to find out who they were as a football team. Watching the film against Birdville, they looked much more confident. They got the first 3 possessions. They walked. I had to relook at the film because Boswell was in the dark colors and Birdville was in the light colors, and the guys in the dark colors were just marching down the field, scoring touchdowns. And I was like, wait a minute, that's Boswell.
Yeah. And so there's clearly some confidence going in on there. And so I just, I'm excited about this season. Coach Weaver seems to be excited. He talked to one of the things that I had, Coach, when I came on, Coach Abbott had already been coaching for a while, and he'd already gone through his learning curve a little bit and stuff. But one of the things that I was really impressed with that I heard from Coach Weaver is that they took last season, at the end of last season, and they didn't just blow up the playbook. He reached out to counterparts. Excuse me. They went to TCU coaches. They went to SMU coaches. And to me that says a lot, because one, not only are you trying to get your kids to play high school football, but some of these kids have the opportunity to go on and play college ball. So you need to know how the college coaches think. And once you pick their brains and you get some ideas, and one of the things that Coach Weaver said was that out of all the people that he talked to, they all said, you're going to have that season that is very painful, but you do not throw that playbook out the window and start all over year after year after year. You've got to build that culture. And I think that's what we're going to start to see this year, is we're going to see that culture that Coach Weaver is bringing in of his own, that he's starting. And I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, it's kind of like fixing up one of those old classic cars, muscle car. You keep the stuff that's working, you change out the stuff that's not. And that's what they've done. And we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
This is a good test, because I'll tell you something else. This Denton team, they didn't go backwards either. I think it's going to be a real battle tonight. And I think the team that comes out with the win, there's going to be some good things down the road.
Absolutely. And I want to do a quick shout out real quick. Our favorite fan from across the pond, Stephanie Krellin, but she is actually here tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So
she's here in the stadium?
She's here. And so, Stephanie, I don't know if you're watching, but if you can stand up, we would love, and wave your hand, we'd love to put you on.
Absolutely.
We are like directly across. I don't know. We're trying to see if we can maybe find you, if you can hear us, or here, let me just put a quick chat in there.
Yeah, the fans are starting to trickle in. Man, I tell you what, one thing about if I was going to say there was a negative, the only negative
There she
is
is.
the 1 hour drive. There she is,
Thank you, Stephanie.
Stephanie from across the pond. I tell you what, there's a Pioneer fan right there. This lady stays up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning watching Boswell on Friday night. And so we are glad to have her with us again this season.
Yeah, I love that. So, yeah, thank you, Stephanie. So let me just put another.
So pretty cool. If you want to join us tonight, we encourage you as well. If you're listening, let us know where you're listening from. This is the great thing about this not being TV
Yeah,
is that you don't have to, those guys on TV can't interact with you. We can. And so let us know where you're watching from, listening from. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to give you a shout out. I know that a couple of my coworkers are supposed to be tuned in, and I would love to see their name flash across that screen. But we're about 12 minutes and 50 seconds away from getting this one started. And Keith, I tell you, I love preseason, or not preseason. In high school, it's non-district.
non-district.
I love non-district because you have no idea. You have
Absolutely.
no idea what you got. You have no idea what's going to happen. What's everything? Those lights pop on, and that coin hits the carpet, and then things are full speed.
Absolutely. And then you get to see what do we got? What are we going to get? What are we going to, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so it's, they're starting to come out of the locker room now, it looks like. Actually, it looks like maybe our captain, our captain council, our, what the heck are we?
Yeah, the field captain.
Field captains. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Getting ready to come out. Go ahead and do the coin toss. They're blowing up the tunnels now as we speak. Stripes down the legs. I love the look. Be going up against a Braswell team that is in all blacks except for the red stripes down the legs. And they're, of course, their helmets. You can't do anything with their helmets. And they're just Boswell's just got better helmets. That's all I got to say. Simple as better. But anyways, but yeah, so it's a beautiful night. It's an overcast night. It's not too bright. It's not too dark. The LED lighting on the field is fabulous. You can see it's just, Jim.
The other cool thing, Keith, that I really first thing I noticed, and it's weird, but I like, and that is actually a picture of the scoreboard, which is directly across the field from us, just above. I've never seen a high school stadium where it wasn't in the end zone.
Yes.
And so it's kind of weird because you look down there and go, where's the scoreboard?
And it's almost like, like the Ranger Stadium, they've got the main big scoreboard, right? That most fans see, but where you can't see that main scoreboard, they've got other scoreboards. So down here in the what would that be? The north end zone on the west side, they've got a smaller scoreboard for the visiting team to take a look at as well. So everybody gets to get involved, but you've got a scoreboard that targets the home team, which you're going to get that anyways, regardless. So
it's like Jerry's World without Micah Parsons.
Exactly.
I mean,
maybe another extra first round pick or two, maybe, or a sixth round pick, a couple sixths. But anyways, I'm not going to go on my Jerry soapbox, but but so let's just kind of touch on some of the things that we've got extra. We've got a new scoreboard tonight that shows up on here. You'll see. So you see, we've got 9 minutes and 4 seconds left until game time. So Jim found this, and I think for me it's going to be a lot easier. We're going to be able to do the down and distance a little bit better. It's just going to be it's a fun season, I think, for us to get ready to get started for.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we will have the coin toss and the national anthem, and then of course we'll have kickoff. Stay with us here on Boswell Sports.
If you're a fan of classic rock and tired of hearing the same old songs over, you need to tune in to thezoo.net. Thousands of songs in the library. Radio like it used to be. Radio as it should be. It's on the internet 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and it's free. The best classic rock of all time. It's thezoo.net.
The internet's best classic rock. The Zoo.
Welcome back to Boswell Sports. As field captains are starting to make their way to the field, I just want to remind everybody, this is also non-district for us up here in the booth. So we will make some tweaks and some changes. Hopefully they'll be good and there won't be anything bad that happens. 20 years. Yeah, I thought after 20 years that Jim would have got it right, but duct tape and baling wire is our mantra here. We use every year. And so sometimes things happen, but just know this, if you lose the feed, we will do everything we can to quickly get back to it. Here are our captains for the Boswell Pioneers. Again, you see those all white uniforms, and I love that, man. That is just awesome. Number 88 is Porter Stevenson, 6'1", 165 pounds. He is a wide receiver. Number 21 is, of course, Isaac Bondonga. We saw him last year, 5'8", 170 pounds. And then there in the middle, number 99, that's Ashton Davis. He's listed at 5'6", 245 pounds. I'm not buying it. And then number 35, of course, Nathaniel Rosales. And he is 5'10", 190 pounds. And that is your Boswell field captains. Now for the Denton captains. Number 12 in the Civies is Braden Mansell. I think that's their quarterback. And then number 0 is Zaire Trufant. Number 10 is Adrian Donnerson. And then number 30 is Caleb Gardner. And that is your captains.
Jim, I'm not seeing that Haltom show that you broadcast that you were seeing, that you were telling me.
Okay.
So what?
Okay, Denton has won the toss and they will receive. So Boswell will get the football first in the second half. Boswell will defend the west goal, and
I mean the north goal.
north should be that way.
Well,
So
back
what-
that way is west. This way is north.
We'll agree to disagree. So as you look into
I'll
your,
break out my compass. If I have to.
as you look into your screen from left to right, Boswell will travel from left to right, Braswell from right to left. There you go. You see them headed back to the big inflatable tunnel. Love that celebration. They are fired up.
So that is interesting. Braswell has got, or sorry, they just ran out of their tunnel. Never mind. I missed that part while I was trying to play with something else. There goes the Boswell Pioneers coming out of their tunnel, but we're absent the horn.
Oh yeah, we sure are. It's down there.
It's down there.
There's just nobody manning it.
So who's got the flag tonight, Jim?
Trying to get you a number
10.
10. That is
Jaden
Jaden Barbosa.
Barbosa.
Jaden Barbosa, definitely if ever you wanted to think about a utility player, that's Jaden Barbosa. That
Yes.
kid can do it all. He played quarterback, wide receiver, running back. I think he maybe even did some punting, didn't he?
It seems like I don't know what didn't he do. I think
Yeah.
that's the
He may have
question.
even done some coaching.
It- who knows until opening kickoff.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun season. This is my 20th year. It will be the final year. As sometimes you just know when it's time to go.
When it's time to go. That's
And
right. And
Keith and Peyton are going to pick up the gauntlet and continue this thing. But for now, this will be it. And so I'm gonna enjoy every moment.
I hope you do, Jim, because this is it's not something that somebody has such a significant impact on, and on student lives. And here we are fixing to have the national anthem.
All right, we got folks out here checking in as we pause for a moment for our national anthem. I got it.
Wow, bummer. We thought we would have, so the stadium is not laid out quite like it normally is, so we don't really have, and we're short of cable, so we weren't, unfortunately aren't going to have crowd noise for you guys tonight. We do apologize about that, but as you know, we can hear the anthem, and so if you'll just pause a moment with us. Jim, I don't know if they could have done that any better with ending the national anthem at exactly
Yeah,
time
at the zero.
at the zero. I mean, that's almost like the perfect flyover, right?
So they did a good job. I don't know if our viewers could hear it or not, but we're about ready to get this one underway. The Pioneers will kick off.
And we'd like to do our opening sponsor. Our first quarter sponsor is Red's Barbecue down at 7305 Boat Club Road. Amy and Justin do a fabulous job with their barbecue. They even have recently, within the last year, added a new spicy barbecue sauce, which is definitely going to light your tongue on fire a little bit. But go on down, join them, and then especially on Tuesdays, come in and watch us do the coaches show with us. We'd love to have people come in and ask questions. Don't just come in and eat and watch. Ask come up to us, say, hey, I want to know this. So
got a couple of people that have joined us in the chat room. Love to say hello to those folks. Adrian C says, "Go Boss." And Braswell will come out on the field first. Back deep for them is number 1. That's Mackay Jackson. And then he is flanked to his left by number 7, Bryson Goff.
And kicking off for Boswell, we have number 46, which is Ben Perez.
Ben Perez, yep. He's a returning starter for the Boswell Pioneers.
Oh, this is an interesting wrinkle. Looks like they got two people. What are they? They faked us out on that one.
So they'll kick it to Jackson, and Jackson will just take a knee there. So this first drive will start for the Bengals at their own 25-yard line. And the Bengals been impressive on film as well. Got a couple of really big running backs. And Pioneers tonight is to see what they can do to plug the holes and stop the running backs. There is the handoff to the right, and the Pioneers there very quickly, as it is only a gain of 3. Did a great job of closing that time. Number 52 for the Pioneers. That's Will Watson. That's a name that's new to our roster. Low snap. Again, Braswell will test the middle of that line. Good second effort. Picks up an extra couple of yards as they push the football out to the 32-yard line. Brings up third down and a 3, manageable 3. Well, the Bengals will make a few substitutions here. They did that last year as well. They substituted their quarterback. I got a smudge. There is a smudge. You got a
Napkin, yes, sir.
yep. Got a smudge here on the glass. A handoff again, and they will pick up a first down, illegal formation, but no flag as the Bengals pick up the first down. So this is Jermaine out of the shotgun. The running back is Davenport. They are both seniors. Snap, handoff is to Davenport.
Good.
Met in the backfield, but just uses his legs to push his way back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
That's, and that was one of the things that was talked about was that the tackling was a little bit of a struggle last year, but good attack on that play.
Pioneer show blitz. Here they come. And the Bengals will test the other side. They've got a hole down the left side. Finally run out of bounds in Pioneer territory at the 36-yard line. So Braswell doing a good job. They flipped it on the Pioneers. They went right. Didn't have a whole lot of success, so they come back to the left and pick up a good chunk of change here at the 36-yard line. Out of the gun, there's a whistle. And looks like Braswell wants to talk about this as they take their first time out. See Coach Weaver there with his staff. Coach Davis. Coach Davis, been here as long as actually longer than I have. But Coach Davis, they're at the helm of the defense from the very start when Boswellsports started to cover this thing back in 2006.
I'll tell you, I always when I'd watch my son play JV football. You always knew that there was something big going on when you saw Coach Haskell jumping up and down.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can get that turnover chain, that's something special.
All right, 1st and 10 with 9:45 left to go in the first quarter. Braswell charging down on their own on the Boswell 36.
First pass of the evening. Oh, this is going to be a little flea flicker. Oh,
Wow.
Pioneers were there, but they'll score. Braswell will score on a pitch and catch to Jackson. And they pulled that out of the Pioneers playbook.
They sure did.
I think Coach Freeman calls that Superman. So Braswell on their first drive, first pass of the game, picks up 6. Oh, but wait,
There's
we got a flag on the play.
Ineligible receiver downfield, it looks like.
This one's coming back.
So then I get to test this.
So Pioneers catch a break here as they had an ineligible man downfield. And we will take the 6 off the scoreboard.
All right. Gotta like that.
Absolutely.
All right.
So now it's second, instead of being 6, it's 2nd down and 30. Braswell with the ball at the Pioneer 44-yard line. Go out of a pro set here. There's a snap, a little bit of a fumble of the
There's
ball.
another
He's
flag
able
on the play.
to hand. He said there is a flag on the play after a gain of 4 out to the 40. And this is offsides against the Pioneers. So the Pioneers will trade penalties with the Bengals. That makes it 2nd down now. 2nd and about 14. Braswell with an even pace. Kind of slow things down a little bit. Send a man in motion. That's Trufant. And another flag on the play. This one appears to be against Braswell.
Probably. I think it's going to be delay a game.
Could be. They took a long time on that play. Or did they get the timeout?
Timeout. Okay.
So no penalty. They did get the timeout called in time.
Man, but Jim, think about that. Here you're not even
9 minutes.
3 minutes into the game, and you've already wasted two timeouts. So we're at 2nd and 35 to go. Yeah, a little bit of getting used to on my end, but we're all right. Let's see what we got going on here. 2nd and 35.
Nope.
Oh.
So it's a handoff. Big hole to the right. Still on his feet. Good push with his legs down to the 29-yard line. And he picked up a nice bit of real estate there, almost off the right side.
So 3rd and 3.
They're really attacking James Washington's side. James is 6 foot, 220 pounds, defensive end. He's a junior. I go to the left this time, another big hole.
Oh, no.
He's got running room, and he will score. But On the other side of the field, about the 30-yard line,
There's another flag.
there's another flag. So we'll see who this is against.
Looks like it's going to be against Braswell. Foot Locker Convention. Talking about the new, I don't know what they're talking about. I got nothing on that one.
I hope they're talking about the penalty. So the ball originally was at the 29-yard line. That's about where the flag is.
Well,
And this is against Braswell.
looks like illegal motion.
Coach Wes Weaver looks like he is fired up.
Third and 8. You got to think. This is one of those things where you've got to make the stop here, because otherwise you've had 2 times now where you've had a score taken away from Braswell, and if
Thing about it is they're starting to pick up some momentum in the running game, and the Pioneers are going to have to, whatever they did those first few possessions or first few plays, they need to get back to that, because they seem to be a little bit on their heels right now.
they do, but now you're looking at 4th and 6. But the one thing, so it looks like they can bring out their punter.
Yeah, we were watching the kicker.
Man, easily making 40-yard field goals.
Yeah, but they will punt this ball. Now watch for a fake.
Yes, watch for a fake.
Nobody back deep. There's a ball skips on the ground. This is a high booming kick, and it'll take a Pioneer roll back to around the, what is that? They're going to mark it at the 17-yard line.
Right.
This is where I really miss Peyton.
Yeah.
Peyton couldn't call the play. I'm watching the play, trying to call the play, trying to call the action, and I forget totally about the camera. I'm like, okay, people at home, they're like, what are we looking at?
Where'd it go?
All right, so we will see the Pioneer offense for the first time in 2025. Juju, DeMarcus Lords hands the ball off, and the Pioneers will go to the Superman. And that ball will be thrown incomplete. That was intended for Lamar Isidore.
But that's a good idea. Go ahead and just put a quick little wrinkle in. Put Braswell on their heels.
Yeah, tell
Second
Braswell,
guess them.
hey, you guys got some stuff in the hat, so do we. Handoff is to Lester. Lester, nice hole. Left side, big gain as he is taken down for a first down at the 31-yard line. Nice run. Chad Lester has not lost a step.
Has not. That is for sure.
Pioneers in that 4 wide receiver set. Handoff is to
Look at that bounce out.
Lassiter again, and Lassiter this time not a whole lot there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Juju out of the gun. There's a little reverse.
Oh,
outside.
good
Nice
block.
block. And Pioneers will pick up another first down. This time, Lamar Isidore with the run.
Who was that? That was that 72 on the block? 72. Hudson Norwich. I think that's who that was on that block. Beautiful block to open up that lane.
Unfortunately, they didn't show a replay.
You know.
Trips this time to the right side. Here comes the blitz. Juju outside, and it is caught, but that's not going to, there's going to be no gain, maybe even lost a yard, back to the 45-yard line. What I like seeing so far, Juju showing a little more confidence. I think his confidence was shaken last year, but looks a lot crisper.
Definitely. Oh, wide open.
Nice read, nice pass,
Oh,
horse collar.
you would
And
think.
that is number 22, a kid that's coming into his own, Colton Coursey, 5'10", 160-pound senior. And of course, Colton Coursey is the son of Jared Coursey, a EMSISD Hall of Famer.
Oh, very good. I was going to say, Jim, I have no idea what it is. You've been doing this longer than I have, so.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Pioneers as they are in the Bengals territory. Back to passes Lords. Steps up in the pocket, throwing it downfield, and just out of the reach of Chance Lassiter.
Man, on the fingertips. That, I mean, just if he, and he was a little bit of a dangerous play, but if Chance just had that one extra step, you're looking at 6.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can get him downfield in an open field, look out. It's Katie bar the door. So 2nd and 10 now. Handoff is to Lassiter, right side. Nice little inside move, and another big run for Lassiter as he gets down to the 15. And this could be a barn burner.
You know?
Lassiter, a key weapon for the Pioneers last year, really came into his own as well.
And Jim, by the way, we are in the barbecue red zone.
Nice. Here's Lassiter again.
Pushing.
Not much there. Juked a little bit into the hole, and
they called him.
Yeah, they're going to call him stopped. I don't know if he even made it back to the line. He did.
He did.
So 2nd and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line. Here's Juju looking downfield. And, almost escaped as he is taken down by Ivory Marshall, defensive end, a junior.
Peyton says he's checking in. He says, see y'all very soon. Peyton, we'll see you soon as well, sir.
Yes, sir. Miss you, Peyton. I know the fans miss you. All right, so Pioneers with a 3rd down now. Looking to pick up the first, try to keep pace. Juju flushed out of the pocket, flushed to his right, throwing downfield. Oh, incomplete, as it was again intended for Coursey.
So I think you just go for this one. I mean, you're on the 22. I don't know that we've got a kicker that's reliable enough to make a field goal from here, and a punt obviously does no good. So,
And the Pioneers are going to go for it.
Coach Weaver looks like he's calling a timeout.
Timeout by Big Daddy Weave.
All right, we'll take a quick break real quick.
All right, here we go. Big 4th down for the Pioneers here in the first quarter. 3:49 left on the clock. And the Pioneers need to pick up 10. They hope to keep this drive alive.
Actually, need to pick up 15.
Yeah, 15
16.
actually. Lassiter to the right of Lords. 4 wide receiver set. Now, Lassiter will go out into that trip set. Juju rolls out, good movement, looking downfield, looking for the end zone. Picked off. That is picked off by Emmanuel Fuller. Just read the play, came in underneath.
And and you really can't. That's you can't. It's a zero sum play.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to punt there. You try to go for it. You don't get the 3 points on the field goal try, or you miss.
Yeah, either way,
it's a safe play.
The ball's is going to be back at the 22 yard line either way. So I don't necessarily like the call, but I don't dislike it either.
Right. All right. So Braswell with their second possession of the night, throw a little screen, and the Pioneers are there quickly to snuff it out. That ball was caught by Bryce Goff.
I really like the this year. That was something that we didn't see last year as much. We didn't see them losing the word here, but going and everybody attacking, not just saying, "Oh, that's your job, that's your spot, that's your job." No, everybody wants that ball.
Second down now. They'll send the man in motion. They're going to throw it out. This is going to be a little screen out to the right.
Great tackle.
Pioneers there. That is number 18 for Boswell. Maui, that's another veteran from last year. And so that'll be a loss for Braswell, as that'll back him up to the 15-yard line.
It'd be great to see Boswell make a stop right here, get the ball back, deep and pretty, half the field to go.
Back to pass, pressure, the little screen.
There it is.
And a great job by the Pioneer defenses. Nathan Rosales comes up and just hammers him.
Loss of another 2 yards, 4th and 17. This, after you just you had 2 scores against you already, both called back, fortunately, by penalty, and now you come out and now you make your statement down, your statement series. This defense is here.
Yeah, it looks like Denton seeing a lot of aggressiveness by the Pioneers, and so throwing a lot of screens so far. Here's the kick from his own end zone.
There we go.
And
wow. Look at that.
That'll give the Pioneers the football in Braswell territory at the 27-yard line. So the Pioneers in good shape to start their second drive.
So, and the interesting thing about this is, if you think about it, they're only 5 yards further back from when they, on that 4th down play where they tried for a chance in the end zone at that last series. So, I mean, basically starting that series all over again.
Absolutely. I mean, other than taking some time off the clock, they're still working to try to tie this score up.
Absolutely. Gabby, welcome and thank you for joining us on the broadcast tonight in the chat room.
Jim's first flub of the season.
What's that?
I was thinking that one of those touchdowns counted.
Oh.
0-0 still. Here's Lords out to the right. It is caught. And that is Peyton Rhodes' first catch of the year, as we'll pick up 5. And that's second
Not
down.
Lords, that was Rhodes.
Rhodes, I'm sorry. Jim's second one. I do that a lot. That's why I'm retiring.
It's still just the first quarter of the first week.
All right. Trips out to the left this time. Lords out of the gun. Looking to his left. Throws. Oh,
that was dangerous.
Dangerous. That was intended for Barboza and incomplete.
I think if you don't get a score on this series, that's that right there.
Yeah, big third down for the Pioneers here.
I would have issues if they don't score on this one, because yeah.
Barboza just a little bit behind him. All right, here we go again. This time out to the right. It's caught.
Incomplete.
No, incomplete. So now we're 4th down. See what they do here. Looks like they're probably going to go for it. They'll send a man in motion. Juju back to pass under pressure and caught from behind. That should have been a horse collar.
That definitely should have been a horse collar. Oh, flag on the play. I did just hear a flag on the play.
I'm looking. I don't see it.
I thought I heard the announcer. Oh, maybe I was. Oh, nuts.
And
I was just wishing.
here's the replay. Juju flushed out to the right. I guess he did catch him around the pads and not in the back of the jersey.
Yeah, that's a disappointing series right there.
All right, defense stepping up for the Pioneers. See if they can get another stop. Got a sniffer out to the right. That's Trufant. Now Trufant will go to the left. Back to his original position. There's a snap. Coming right. And again, another big run for Braswell as Lark makes it into Pioneer territory.
That was one of those where you needed to see they didn't wrap up quite as well that time.
They had him stopped in the backfield, just didn't wrap up.
There you go. That's what you're looking for, right? Oh,
Yeah. Took his helmet off.
so that player has to come out of the game for a down.
Yeah, that's Lark again. They don't do a lot of replays here.
They sure don't.
There it is.
We're gonna 28 seconds left in the.
Mondongo just took his hat off.
I'm wondering if they're just gonna, do one final play this down. Yeah, because they've got at least one play because there's 4 seconds left on the play clock. 2, 1, and there should be a flag right here. That's exactly.
Delay a game
Delay a game.
against Braswell with 5 seconds left here in the first at 0.
Jim, we're gonna have to raise that up just a little
Oh, yeah,
bit.
so they can see.
Yeah.
Yep, we can do that.
All right. So it looks like they're gonna let the time run out on this.
So, Keith, here we are. Braswell scored twice on a couple of penalties, got called back. And the Pioneers have had a couple opportunities down there in the red zone. Not able to come away with points, but what's your impression so far?
You know, I think the one thing that I think that is a very positive right now is the attacking the ball.
Yeah.
Especially on defense. They're playing through every down. They're not letting size get to them. You know, kind of we talked about how Braswell looks a little bit bigger. I am disappointed that they didn't take advantage of those 2 series where they made it down within the 20-yard line or within the 30-yard line of the of scoring. I really felt like, especially that last series, they should have scored that series.
Okay, here we go. Starting the second quarter. Braswell 2nd and 15 from the Pioneer 49-yard line. This should be a quarterback keeper. And they'll stop them just inside the 45. Again, that's Isaac Bondonga, who's really started to step it up. I think that's second or third time we've called his name so far.
Yeah, well, I think even more than that. All right.
Braswell running a majority of their plays on the ground. Sends a man in motion to the right. Fakes it, looking downfield. Here's
Oh, there's a
a
hold.
pass.
There we go. Thank you. I think that's going to be also unnecessary roughness. Practically took the player's jersey off. So we've got a penalty, and I'm going to automatically call that on Braswell.
Yep, holding against the offense. And that'll bring up third down.
Well, it should be 3rd and 15 now. 4th down. There you go.
So nice job of pursuit there by Maui Peters.
A good job by Coach Weaver for not accepting that play. And so it's 4th and 20. Why does that say 22 over there? That's not right.
Yeah, I don't think the scoreboard has been real
Well, it
accurate.
looks like it's about 4th and 15. If I had to.
Yeah, it's 4th and 15. Back deep for the Pioneers is Peyton Rhodes. He'll stand at about the 5-yard line. Here's a kick. Good pressure by the Pioneers.
Let that one go.
And Rhodes will let it just bounce around as Braswell picks it up at the 9-yard line.
All right. Long distance to go, but let's see if we can finally get the first score of the game.
That would be nice.
I want to say thank you to, while we've got a moment, thank you to the hospitality here at Carico Stadium. We had provided us with some hot dogs, some Papa John's pizza, Subway, fresh cold drinks. So thank you, Denton ISD.
Handoff is to Lassiter. Lassiter, man, loses his hat, but Lassiter just weaving his way through. Or that's not Lassiter. That's Jace Richardson, number 24. Richardson, 5'5", 140-pound junior. And so a little change up there. He'll come out. They'll bring in number 30, which is Anthony Hummer. Juju out of the gun. And the handoff is to Hum.
Looks like Lassiter.
Was it Lassiter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
Lassiter.
So 3rd down and they're going to give it. Are they going to give it to him? 1st down. Good job.
So Lassiter does pick up the first down for the Pioneers.
Needed that.
At the 19.
Get a little bit of breathing room.
And again, there's a handoff. This time is to Anthony Hummer. And Hummer will pick up a couple of yards. Coach Weaver was talking to us on Tuesday night and said that, he was real encouraged by his running game. Had some pretty good backs this year.
Yeah.
Again, it's a handoff to.
Ooh. Good tackle by Braswell on that one.
Yeah, this was to Jace Richardson, who's back in the game. And Richardson will lose a yard.
I give some credit to Braswell. It was a good wrap up on that run.
Look for a passing play here. 3rd and 10. No, they're going to hand it off again to Hummer. And so the Pioneers will be forced to punt. Hunter for the Pioneers is Canyon Diaz.
That's a new name this year.
Mm-hmm.
I would say watch the fake, but not right now. You're too deep in your own end zone, in your own.
That ball will hit in Pioneer territory and is picked up at the 42. And that was picked up by Hummer. So now Braswell with some good field position.
Still like to hear. We've heard from some people out in the chat area. If you're watching us, please join in on the chat. I know it keeps disconnecting and connecting. It looks like, at least that's what it shows on our end. But if you get a chance, say hello.
Here's the handoff, right side, and just a lot of speed that time by Lark. Lark able to bounce it outside. A lot of running room, a lot of space around that left corner. And that'll pick up first down at the 30-yard line. Still no score with 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. They'll go Lark again.
There you go. Oh, there's a
And
flag. I wonder if
flag
that's
on the
going to be a
play.
hold. We got a lot
And there's
of guys
hats all over the place. That was Douglas Cook that time that lost his helmet. But there is a flag on the play.
There we go. Flag on Braswell is. They are just
One step forward, two steps back.
So 1st and 20. So Chris Storr, you're watching your nephew from Costa Rica.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Here's the handoff again. Different running back this time for Braswell.
Chris, we were prior to the start of the game, Jim and I were sitting there trying to figure out how to pronounce your nephew's name. So if you could maybe give us a phonetics in the chat room so we can make sure that when it's his turn, we don't butcher his name.
So Lark got a breather, and he is replaced by Moore, the running back on that last carry. Here's a little toss outside, and he's got a whole lot of space. The Pioneers will run him out at around the 2-yard line. And the Pioneers, that's Maui Peters there with the stop. You see him there, the good pursuit angle by Peters and those guys. That was actually number 25, Isaiah Nash,
And
saves the touchdown.
First score of the game.
So Braswell will pick up 6 after visiting the end zone twice in the first quarter, and it looks like this one will stand.
I was right, Jim.
What's that?
Zishang.
Zishang. Braswell looks to tack on the extra point. Oh, busted kick, and the Pioneers will stop them. That may cost them. As we have a timeout on the field.
Let's go. While we're doing that, while we've got a timeout on the field, let's go ahead and check in with some more of our sponsors, Jim.
Okay.
Off of 7-3 through 35 down on Boat Club Road. There's a place folks gather and let their troubles unload. Ritz barbecue delights under a Texas sky, with brisket, sausage ribs, and chicken fried. Juicy burger stacking high, Ritz fries on my plate. Eastern Texas pride.
Coming out of the break, your score here was 6:55 left in the first half as the Bengals 6 and Boswell nothing. It's been a real struggle here for both teams, but the Pioneers will get the football first in the second half. Pioneers will just let this one go into the end zone, and so they will start the drive at their 25. I'm going to have to talk to MSISD about putting a jumbotron behind the visitor stands. That's the shot that you're looking at right now is actually the video feed from the stadium directly across from us.
Yeah, it's an amazing view.
Pioneers will send a man in motion. Juju with the screen, and that is to Laster. Laster will lose a yard back to the 24-yard line. I was wondering whenever they were going to start pulling out the screens because Denton's defense has really gotten very aggressive.
Yes.
And they're sending a lot of people. And Juju's had a tough time there in the pocket. Here we go. Lassiter again. Breaks a tackle and picks up a nice chunk of change there to the 35-yard line, a gain of 5.
Daniela Solis, watching from from Utah.
Nice. We got them
Carlos
coming
Solis
from everywhere.
Yeah.
Ooh, bad snap. Juju smartly falls on it back there around the 23.
You know, Boswell had that first quarter, they had some opportunities, and now it looks like they were making some good progress. They were playing hard. They were looking sharp, and now it looks like the wheels might be starting to kind of rumble a little bit there.
Yeah, you see Coach Weaver over there, and doesn't look too happy right now. Wow, he did good to get that kick off.
Yeah, he did.
See where they mark it. Still going, still going. Wow.
Give him the
Braswell is going to get the
34.
football at the 34-yard line. Okay, this is going to be tough right here. This is where the guys are going to have to reach down really deep and not panic.
Jim, what is this?
That
You were playing across.
was their feed. I was cheating. That was their feed. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for Braswell at the 34. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeps it, loses it. Pioneers come up with it in the air. And that was John Morales who ended up with the football as the Pioneers catch a break. And maybe that's what they needed to energize this offense and get some points on the board. You see him running down there. He'll get that. He'll get the turnover.
The water bath.
And then he also got the water bath.
RDG, you are true in your assessment. The O line, especially, are struggling, but the D line is definitely is definitely keeping Boswell in this game. I would agree with that.
Yeah, Trufant tried to make something happen there to the left and just nothing doing. And Pioneers come up with a football. Juju back to pass, looking to his left. It is caught,
Lassiter.
and Lassiter gets the Pioneers to their own 48. And that'll be enough for a first down.
No, not quite.
Oh,
Looks like he's a yard short.
we're looking for a better spot, Keith.
I'm sorry.
Oh, flag on the play.
Oh no. Are we going to
Looks like
get?
it could be a false start. Yep,
Well, you don't like that.
false start on Nathan Kelly, a junior, 6'1", 275 pounds. Good game here. Nice tight game. Juju fakes it, passes out to his left, and that is caught by Porter Stevenson. And Stevenson again. Yes, Stevenson got the first down. Good job that time. Stevenson knowing where the sticks were and comes up with it.
Good Lord, I cannot type worth it.
There's the fake. Handoff is to Lassiter. Lassiter running to his right. And gets back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so we are at what? 2nd and 9.
Three wide receiver set that trips out to the right. They're going to throw it out to the right, and that is caught by Rhodes, but that'll be a big loss back into back to the 43 or 44-yard line.
Okay, so I was having a hard time hearing from my iPad, Jim, but
Yeah.
people are saying that they can hear us. It skips sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but we also know that our software is showing that we do have a streaming issue. So we're going to work on that obviously over the week, and maybe try to see if we can do some stuff during halftime when don't have our hands quite as full.
So the Bengals will take their final timeout of the first half because they didn't like what they saw. Yeah, so I got to tell the folks out there in Pioneer Nation, over the summer, both computers that I have that carry the software, the broadcast software, both of the hard drives crashed, and I had to totally rebuild them. So we are kind of in a reset as well as we have to go back in and find those settings that worked so well last year. And so we're not there yet, but we're working on it. We hope you're enjoying the game. If you are, give us those thumbs up, give us those likes, share your comments. We certainly appreciate it. Juju with Lassiter to his right. Juju across the middle, and I tell you what, that ball intended for number 22, Colton Coursey, but the Bengals were right there. Number 30, Caleb Gardner. I thought he might jump that route.
So Jim, you talked about how impressed you were with how well Boswell did against Birdville. What are you seeing? What are you not seeing that in this game compared to that scrimmage?
So the difference is a little bit of speed, a little bit difference in speed, and as we get the
that's a good Boswell bounce.
As we get the kick there, the other thing is I think the size difference that Braswell has versus what Birdville has. They're controlling the line of scrimmage a little bit better. And then we've had a couple of drop balls.
Okay.
And I think that's just, that's first game jitters. We got a couple of guys that are, this is their first time on varsity. And so I think that's stuff that you can work out. That's what these games are for.
Well, and we're only looking at a 6-0 game, right? It very easily could be 21-0 right now, but they had 2 scores called back due to penalties. So, the defense is definitely controlling the game, making the good tackles, swarming the ball. That's the word I was looking for earlier.
So we got a 1-yard gain this time by Lark. In the chat room, we're talking about the touchdown. Keith, you want to explain the Braswell touchdown?
Which one? This last one?
Yeah, the one that actually counted.
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm pushing buttons. Sorry, you do that. Or do you remember?
Well, I was trying to get the camera on it.
Okay, so we're both kind of.
Yeah.
No.
The bad snap, and Braswell will just jump on it all the way back to the 9-yard line.
If I remember right, Jim, the Braswell touchdown came when Boswell got stopped deep, and there was a really poor punt. I think it was the punt that went out about the 34-yard line, Boswell's 34-yard line, and that was where the touchdown came from. Shortly after that.
So Jermaine just rolls onto the football, makes it a long 3rd and forever. They've got to get to the 32-yard line, and Boswell will call timeout.
But in the first quarter, to answer the other question, Braswell had 2 touchdowns, 2 long touchdowns, as I recall. And
well, they had the trick play with the Superman. That's where the quarterback will toss it out to the running back, and the running back throws it down the field to a wide receiver.
And so that ended up getting called back, I believe, for a hold. And then another play where it was, I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was a very similar play. I think it was a illegal motion or illegal man. The first touchdown was called back was illegal man downfield. Yeah. The second one was the holding.
Checking in from Africa.
Wow, man. We were just talking about this Tuesday night about how we've touched people from as far east as London.
We've got several continents covered here tonight.
I am loving this, Jim. On your farewell tour.
Jermaine, another high snap, but he gets it away. This is a handoff to Lark, and Lark makes something out of nothing as the Pioneers were back there quickly, and another hat comes off.
Goodness. Come on, guys.
Man, if the Pioneers could get 6 for every hat that's come off, they'd be blowing them out.
I'm not sure. Was it a running play, their touchdown, or was it was a running play? Yeah.
So minute 45, and if you'll remember, if you're just tuning in, the Pioneers do get the football to start the 3rd quarter. Hopefully they can go in and make some adjustments, get this offense going, and put some points on the board.
Looks like Coach Weaver took his final timeout.
Still showing 1.
Yeah, but it did that. They're pretty slow to update their.
It's their preseason too.
Yeah, their preseason. We do our best, guys. I appreciate. We love the questions. Love the checking in, keeping us on our toes. I tell you, we do apologize about some of the delinquency, kind of in answering questions. Peyton, who is normally here doing the play-by-play.
Yeah, I'm just the cameraman.
I'm just the buttons guy.
All right, Braswell now 4th down. They'll kick it away.
Uh-oh.
And this skips along the turf.
I'm going to say that was out at about the 36.
And the Pioneers will
Keep
get
going.
another crack
No,
at it.
you didn't go far enough. 2 more steps. 2 more big steps, guy. Oh, I didn't want to listen to me. Oh well, that's all right. We are in Braswell's end of the field.
Yep, 38-yard line.
So
Pioneers with a short field.
this is where you've got to. This is your statement series right here.
Hmm.
I think.
Yeah, well, if you can go into the half with a 1-point lead, and then you get the ball to start the second half, you can really capture the momentum. This time the handoff is to Laster, and Laster tries to cut back inside. The defensive end there that time did a good job of turning him inside, because if he had gotten past Adrian Donnerson, he had a lot of room out there on the left side. Here's Laster again. Nice little cut back. Just chipping away, picks up another 3 yards, and this will make it 3rd down and about 5.
Boswell seems to be doing kind of. You were just right. Boswell seems to be running the ball a lot today. I'm wondering what they saw in some
Oh,
film.
man. Nice open field tackle that time by Jed Ogarante, as Laster tried to break that tackle and get outside. But it
And
brings
there
up
is
4th
a
down.
timeout on the field. Let's see. Got 40 seconds left in the game. Let me adjust the clock real quick. So 4th down and 7 to go. Ideally 4th down and 35 to go because of the game situation. Oh, they're going to take a 10-second runoff because we are within 2 minutes. And they have no timeouts. Arnie, I wish we could say how the Boswell kicker is this year. We have not seen the kicker. We did not see the kicker really very much in the pregame warmups. So I wish I could answer that question.
Yeah, Pioneer's going to kick it away here.
They're going to take the clock down as far as it can go. Actually, I think they're just going to let it run out because there's no play clock on this one. So we're going to go into the halftime with the Bengals up by 6.
And that'll do it for the first half. The Braswell Bengals up 6, the Boswell Pioneers nothing. Got another half of football here on Boswell Sports. We'll take a quick break. We'll have the halftime for you. You will get to see the band as normal, but you probably will not be able to hear them. So go grab a hot dog, make some popcorn, because we got a really exciting second half coming up here from Denton, Texas on Boswell Sports.
Oh, Red's barbecue, make you move like a cow. Tasting Texas pride, no stopping now. From sun up to sundown, this place feels right. Red's barbecue, every single bite.
All right, so there you go. There's your halftime show. Sorry there was no sound, but we don't really have a crowd mic tonight. We will have one when we get back home, but not tonight. Wanted to give you a few uh, scores from around the district. Mansfield Lake Ridge, who the Pioneers beat late in the season last year, uh, they're up 31-27 over Frisco Reedy. And then you got North Crowley Panthers in a dogfight up 22-18 over the Lancaster Tigers. The Mansfield Legacy Broncos are in a tight one against Justin Northwest. They trail in that one 21-20. And then you've got the Mansfield Tigers are trailing Mesquite Horn 24-20. And then our game next week, of course, the Saginaw Roughriders trailing the Brewer Bears 13-3. That's in the half. And then our newest school and the EMS ISD family, the Eagle Mountain Knights, they lead their game at halftime 21-7 over Jacksboro.
I gotta say, here's my devotion to Boswell.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest son,
Yeah.
freshman in high school, is in the
Right.
marching band at Eagle Mountain High School, and I'm here broadcasting
Yep.
with Boswell. Well, Mom is there cheering him on. But I did get to see two of his two games this year for Eagle Mountain High School. One our bye week and one the week that we play on Thursday nights.
Nice. Then, of course, you got the Crowley Eagles playing Birdville. The Eagles are up 20-14. Our score here against Braswell, the Pioneers trail by 6-0. And then Chisholm trail at home against Seagoville. They're up big, 26-7 in the second quarter with 5 minutes left in the first half. Weatherford Kangaroos trail LD Bell 14-7. And then another team that we face here in a couple of weeks when the Halton Buffaloes come to town, they are in a shocker right now. They're up 20-17 over Richland. And nobody saw that one coming.
Sorry, Jim, I missed that. I'm sitting here trying to see what we sound like on the.
Oh, okay. So yes, we still got the halftime going here. Like I say, you can't really hear the bands. 11 minutes and 40 seconds before we get into the second half here. Keith, let's talk a little bit about that first half and what we saw from the Boswell Pioneers.
So what I think, this is a totally different game from what we had last season. Last season it was actually, Jim, can you get our sound output up just a little bit more?
Up or no?
To them.
To them?
To them.
We're maxed.
Or maxed. Okay. All right. Anyways, so I know it's a little soft. I was listening on my headphones, and but it's good. They can still be.
Yeah, should be bumping pretty good on their end.
Anyways, so last year, we were looking at Boswell having 30-something points at halftime, and Braswell kind of hanging in there, probably, if I remember right, in the teens. And then things just flipped at the end. This game, it's a touchdown game, and I'm offensively, I'm disappointed. To be perfectly honest, I really felt like, in that first quarter they had two strong chances to score when they got down to the 22. Missed some perfect opportunities. There was that one throw that Juju just, if Chase Laster would have just been like that half step, it was just on his fingertips, it would have been a Boswell score. But week one, right? And so there's a learning curve. I gotta say though, as disappointed as I am with the offense, I'm very impressed with, again, how well Boswell is swinging ball on defense, something we didn't see week one last year, which is why I think last year was such a high scoring game. I think the defense is definitely keeping Boswell in the game this year. Um, I, well, it'll be interesting to see what changes are made. During the halftime to try, because Boswell does get the football back to start the third quarter. But I'm at least pleased with the fact that um, it, the score is as low as it is.
So the key, I think, here for Boswell is going to be the running game. We've seen Braswell throw the football a little bit, haven't been as successful. I think that the Boswell defensive line has done a good job of putting pressure on on the uh, on the Bengals quarterback, and so I think they need to make the adjustments to stop the run.
Yes.
Lark has just been running wild.
Yes.
And so if they can stop the run and force the Bengals to start passing, I think our secondary has done a really good job. And I think that that's where the Pioneers can win the game.
Yes.
Because that defensive front is doing a pretty good job of putting pressure on the passing game. The problem is, and kind of what we saw last year, is they're still struggling a little bit on the edges, on the corners.
Right.
They're allowing Lark to bounce outside and get those big gains from the outside. I think they're doing a good job up the middle, but they've got to secure and turn everything back inside and keep them from getting out into space.
So you need
on the outside.
You need those ends to hold their position and wrap around the corner like a pincher, play, instead of following their inside tackles into the middle. So yeah, absolutely, definitely need to keep those out there. And I agree. I think once we get if they can do that, then we're in good business.
Yeah, the flip side of that on offense, I've liked what Juju's done. Now, they're late in the first quarter and then most of the second quarter, Braswell found some things where they were able to put pressure
right
on Juju, and he really did not have a lot of time. If that offensive line can give him some time, I think he's done a good job with the reads. He hasn't forced anything. He hasn't thrown any bad footballs. He just hasn't had a whole lot of time to do anything.
Right, exactly. And I think that there were a couple plays where the window was tight, I thought. So he's kind of forcing it, maybe just a little bit. But again, I think it's probably because he doesn't have the time. Yeah. So he's forced into making a decision that he doesn't want to make. And so I think that's kind of, and then kind of on a separate intangible, I don't understand. Keep the hats on.
Yeah. I don't know
what's hats on.
I don't know if they greased the helmets before they started the game, but we seen from both teams. We saw a lot.
Must have seen at least 6 times.
Yeah.
And that's an oddity. Usually maybe there's one a game.
Right.
But keep the hats on because then what you do is you force a backup, a second or third string to come in, and then what's the offense going to do? They're going to take advantage of that or try to take advantage of that. I think that's another thing that we're seeing potentially. And I don't know for sure. I'm just kind of, throwing out what if I was a coach, what my mindset would be. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, that could be one of those things where it's the matter of your equipment.
So the other key too that I see to this one is the Boswell offense. They got to do something to spring Chance Lassiter. He's had some opportunities, but Braswell's done a good job of closing quickly.
They have, and he, just when you think he's about to break that corner, there's a Bengal, right?
Yep.
It's almost like out in the wild. The Bengal comes out of the tree, and there, it catches its prey. As corny as that sounds, but I agree. They need to Lassiter's. We've got to get Lassiter some bigger runs, even if that
Yeah.
means that. Who was the other Hutter
Hummer.
Hummer?
Yeah.
Get him to maybe try and figure out how to get him to take the look off of Lassiter just briefly enough. Maybe kind of that handoff pullback and then pitch to Lassiter and have him bust around the outside or something like that. Just enough to take Braswell's eyes off of Lassiter.
Well, the other thing too is that Braswell's defensive line is they got a lot of confidence, and so they're very confident in blitzing. And so what I'd like to see, and hopefully we'll see it, I'd like to see the Pioneers. They tried it a little bit there in the second quarter, but I'd like to see more of the screenplay.
Yes.
Make
bubble
Braswell
passes.
slow down a little bit. Make them think a little bit before they bring the pressure, because Juju's been under a lot of duress.
True. That is true. That is very true. That's easy for me to say just because I'm sitting here, but
Yeah. Neither one of us could run.
right. I got to probably go from the 50 to the 45 to the 50. Say, Coach, big me out. So yeah. So I'm just sitting here. Sorry, Jim. Boswell's lining up out and so is Braswell. Oh,
Yeah, warming up there in the
face off.
I call it the east end zone. You call it the south, but
I'm gonna find out for sure, because this is gonna. I'm gonna say. Let's see. Where's my compass at?
well, I know the wind was out of the northwest, and those flags are blowing towards us.
Let's see.
So if you're listening at home, and you know about the Braswell Stadium, let us know. Which way do the goalposts go?
Okay, so
North and south,
north
east
is
and-
behind us.
And so east and west.
East. Okay.
I was right.
All right, Jim. All right. My bad. My bad. I'm just see. I'm used to stadiums being where
Yes,
the visitors is on the
and they
west
normally are,
side. Yes.
Which is kind of wild. I mean, we had overcast skies here today, but can you imagine what it would have been like at kickoff?
Oh my
Kicking
goodness.
right into the sun.
Oh my goodness. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
That would have been like Jerry World. That lower the curtains kind of thing.
Right. But it is a beautiful stadium. We do have a few Pioneer fans out here. The stands are maybe 30% filled, which is really good because it's a long drive.
It is a hike out here. It took
Yeah, it's
us
a
a
hike.
little over an hour, almost an hour and a half to get here from the Saginaw area. It's goodness.
Yeah, this may be the furthest game of the season. Now, Mansfield,
Well, no.
those games are pretty far.
Oh, that's right. Our next three are at home.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to talk about next Friday with you going to be out of town. Peyton should be back. One of the issues that is going to be Peyton and I've got to do some logistics, so there may not be a game next week just because I had to ride with Jim because I tore up my ankle and I'm supposed to be non-weight bearing. So trying to get equipment up to the booth. We'll have to figure that out and get that taken care of. But yeah, so
Yeah, Keith's a one-legged bandit
that's
these
right.
days.
So just for the next 6 weeks, and we'll hopefully things will be better. But that's what you get for.
Keith, what does Coach Weaver tell this squad whenever he goes into the locker room at halftime?
Here's what I'm telling. I just heard the horn finally. Here's what I tell them, guys. It's only a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's only a touchdown. That's all it is. It's a touchdown. Think of it. You could be 3 touchdowns down right now. It's just a touchdown. Focus on finishing the play. Focus on finishing the play, not what's coming next. Finish the play in the moment at that time.
Just had Coach Ab texted me, said, "Hey, can you send me the link to the game?" And so go ahead and talk there.
All right, so what we're going to do, so our third quarter is brought to you by the zoo.net. Great collection of music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up to today. You know, it's there.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, Jim. No, that's on the scoreboard. There you go. All right. Let me zoom out just a little bit. All right. So Boswell starts deep
That
in their
was
own ends, deep in their
Jeremiah
own
Fedderson.
deep in their own end at their own 10-yard line. So they've got a lot of work to do. So let's see what happens here. So again, Boswell, man, that's gonna be a tongue twister right there.
What's that?
Braswell.
Braswell and
Braswell.
Boswell?
Yeah,
You just got to change a couple of letters.
couple letters. All right, so start of the third quarter. All right, not the way you wanted to start the game, but you know what? Let's see what changes did happen in that locker room.
Okay, the handoff is
No,
to
don't want to go backwards.
handoff was to Lassiter and
Fortunately, they gave him not line of gain, but
forward momentum.
forward momentum. But he did lose about 6 on that play. Not the way you want to start.
Not at all. Trying to get Coach Ab. I'm sure they're wanting to watch the.
Oh, there it is. Peyton Rhodes wide open down the middle.
Nice. That'll bring him close to a first down. Just 2 yards shy at the 18. Yeah, trying to get Coach Ab the link.
Wide open down the middle.
Nice. That'll bring him close to a first down.
Oh, that's yours. I was like, all right. And that looks like that is Hummer right up the middle, and he does get a first down on that one. There you go. That's the way. That's how you need to restart this third quarter. Is you had a busted play at first, and then you come back and you make a first down out of it.
Okay, let's see what Juju can do here. Handoff Lassiter, bottled up, and again, just nowhere to run.
So it makes you think that maybe Braswell went into the locker room with the game plan against Lassiter because they saw how.
And that's what we talked about a little bit. This is what I want to see the Pioneers do. Braswell's doing a good job of coming off that edge and forcing the Pioneers to go back inside.
Yes.
Fake this time. This is across the middle. And
Peyton Rhodes again.
Peyton Rhodes again. I like the fake that time. It's a gain of about 14.
That was the same play that he had 2 plays ago when you were trying to get with Ab.
Oh, there's Coach Ab. He's in. All right.
All right.
Perfect. Coach Ab, the assistant AD for Eagle Mountain ISD.
Got Lassiter in the back to Juju's left. There we go.
Yep, he's
nice
going to toss it to Rhodes.
So that was.
Yeah, Braswell just read that the entire way.
But that's kind of what I was talking about during the halftime show. You wanted this quarter or this to start the second half. You want to get the eyes off of Lassiter just a little bit. So
Yeah,
maybe,
trying to loosen up that defense a little bit so that they can get Lassiter going. But
you got to get positive plays before you can do that.
yeah. Here's Juju. He will roll out. Looking downfield, throws it underneath.
And they're giving him the
incomplete.
catch. No, they're giving him the catch.
Oh, he did catch it.
They're giving him the catch. So he gets back to the first down, or not to the first down, back to the line of gain.
Yeah, that was Isidore with the catch.
So 3rd and 10.
Hello, Coach Ab. I'm not sure where he's watching from. Maybe Chisholm, maybe Saginaw High School, maybe Jacksboro.
Maybe Jacksboro. Tell my wife hello.
There's Juju back to pass again. Oh, and that was dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Dangerous. A little bit too much juice on it. And Lassiter, he saying, come on, we got to get on the same page here. And then that one is incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down. Not the way you want to start the second half. They did get a little movement, got a couple of first downs, but the drive will stall and Braswell will take over as the Pioneers get ready to punt this away. That time he got some good
Oh, it's a good Boswell bounce.
good protection. And that ball will roll down at the 12-yard line. And that's where Braswell will start their first series of the second half.
So they're trading ends, both starting at both starting this half at about their own 10-yard line, plus or minus a yard or two. So let's see. I would love to see a Boswell interception or a Boswell turnover here for a touchdown.
Would be nice.
Yes.
The Pioneers do have one interception.
So they are in the turnover battle today is +1 in Boswell's favor.
Mm-hmm.
Ab says he's headed from Saginaw over to Chisholm. I don't blame him for not wanting to drive all the way out to Jacksboro.
Yeah. Okay, so Jermaine out of the shotgun.
Oh, there's a hole. That's a
hole.
hole down there on the line.
Yeah, that was a huge hole.
Not hole. I was talking about hold.
Oh, hold.
Yeah, that should have been. Yeah.
Well, there is no flag on the play, and the result is a first down for Braswell at the 25. Jermaine fakes it, going across the middle. And see what I'm talking about? Right there. The Pioneers can stop this running game.
Yeah.
Make Braswell throw the football. I think we'll see more of that kind of thing because I don't think they're comfortable throwing the football.
Right.
Second down now, 2nd and 10 from the 26. Send a man in motion, left side. Handoff is to the running.
There you go.
Inside, and
yeah.
Pioneers will meet them. Still a gain of about 4 yards to the 30-yard line.
But that's kind of what you were talking about was, only gave him a yard on that one. So, but yeah, they held the line, forced him out of bounds, minimal gain.
Yeah. And there was a pretty decent hole right there behind number 76, Chasen Johnson. And those are I have to say, those are some pretty big dudes there on that left side of the line.
I'd watch the far side receivers here on this one. Flag on the play, false. Oh, it's going to be another delay of game. That's potentially there was 2 called, possibly a third one that they got the timeout for.
They've struggled with that.
They have.
I don't know if they're just struggling getting the play in or the decision being made.
But that benefits Boswell because now you're at 3rd and 14 instead of 3rd and 9.
Yep. And the quarterback will keep it. That's Jermaine running to his right. Still on his
right.
That's Lark.
Way to wrap up on that one. But there's another flag on the play on the far side.
Isaiah Nash.
Late flag.
Isaiah Nash with the tackle.
So who's this going to be against?
See if we can see it here. Maybe a hold on 55. 50.
Holding.
Yep.
Face mask. Oh, face mask against Boswell. Oh, man. You hate that.
Yeah, that doesn't help your cause at all. You're starting to get a little bit of momentum there on defense, and then they give them back. But well, no, they give them back the first down.
Yeah, man. I was worried about that late flag. Okay, so there you go.
Hands off,
Closing the line.
to his right, and that is Carson Newsom with the carry.
So give him about 3 on that one.
Changing it up a little bit with Newsom. Here's Lark. Lark will keep it himself, trying to run outside. Runs into a couple of Pioneers, and he
There
will
we
be
go.
driven back for a big loss.
Well,
They're going to take him all the way back.
they're only going to give him
Yeah,
a loss
to
of
the
3. They're going to give him
36.
line to gain on that one. Forward momentum, forward progress, whatever you call it.
Yeah, they're gonna take him back to the 36
So
and
that's
third
3rd and
down.
13. So we're back to where we were last play at the face mask. So this time, let's see, right?
Yeah.
I do again. Boswell's defense is looking great tonight. We just got to get the offense going. There's a
There's a
fake
handoff.
handoff. There's a flag on the play.
The play is going to be against Braswell. It's going to be false start against Braswell.
Good call on that
All
one.
right,
Jim.
nice. Push him back. Ball now spotted at the 31, third down, and a long way to go. Was that 3rd and 18?
3rd and 18. Better hurry. 10 seconds left on the 9 seconds on the game.
There you go. Hey, just keep taking your time. And here we go, back to pass.
Good.
The Pioneers
good
are there
swarm.
quickly, and that was
They don't even
Maui
pick up
Peters.
They only pick up a yard on that one.
Yeah, Maui Peters there with good coverage. Takes him down quickly, 4th down, and the Bengals will be forced to punt.
Okay, so that's what you want to see right there.
Yep. Again, like I say, if you can take them out of that running game, make them throw the football, I think good things happen for the Boswell Pioneers.
Absolutely. Now let's turn this into a big positive. Get the first score of the season. Get that momentum, right? You've just got to taste it. There we go.
So Peyton Rhodes back there for the Pioneers, but they'll just let the ball roll into Pioneer territory at the 36.
All right. Okay, so the first series Weaver that Weaver drew up during the halftime kind of petered out on them. Do they maybe try that series again? Do they maybe? I mean, because it was a real quick in and out.
Again, I'd like to see them throw a couple of screens here and try to.
Just like that.
Yep, just like that.
Oh,
there they go. Oh,
incomplete.
They tried the Superman once again, tried to catch Braswell off guard, and just not able to come up with it.
Number 13, Lamar Isidore. Actually, I think he stumbled over the defensive player, and I think if he been able to keep his feet, he might have been able to stay up with that one.
Yeah, well, the other thing too, watch it here. Not a whole lot of time or room there.
True.
For the Pioneers to develop that play. And I think that was that Tyler Reyes?
Braswell just called a timeout.
They did that in the first half.
They did.
A lot of early timeouts.
Some of the things we're hearing through the window over here.
So we may have a quarterback change here for the Pioneers. Nope, Juju's coming back out. We're right next to the coach's booth, and so we were hearing something about a player being hurt, but Juju's in there. Send a man in motion. Hand off his
Big hole.
Nice hole. Oh,
see,
still on his feet. If he could have popped out, I mean, he's gone.
I think
He's gone. You get past the 41-yard line, and he's gone.
I think he was going to the outside, and I think he thought he saw something on the inside and cut in. But if he would have kept going out, he would have made a bigger play.
Juju back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and they get a hold of his shirt tail, and he'll be sacked back at the 33-yard line. Again, not a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
They need to do something to slow down this front. And it's 4th down for the Pioneers.
I really think I really feel like if Boswell can even just get the taste of a score, even just a field goal or something, then you change the.
Well, we still got a lot of time left. Still got 3 minutes in this quarter, and then another full quarter.
A good kick. Oh! Sorry. That's one of those where you're like, oh, where's the Boswell player? So on that one, yeah.
Yeah, just a host of Pioneers down there, muffed, but nobody in the area to take advantage of it.
All right, 3:31 left in the third quarter, 1st and 10. Ball on the Braswell 34-yard line.
Defense was spent a lot of time on the football field.
And you've got to think defense is getting a little bit tired. So this is where Coach Weaver talked about, are they going to be able to play little finesse there?
Pioneers do a good job of moving down the line and controlling it, not letting them get outside. That's only a gain of 4 on the play. Second and 6 here for the Bengals.
Flag. We got a false. Or got a.
Yep, free play for the Bengals and complete. Second time tonight that Boswell has been caught with an offsides penalty. Being a little bit aggressive. So that gives the Bengals 2nd and what about 1?
Push the Pioneer player because it looked like he might have been right at the
lost
line.
Lost the football right there at the end. Again, Canyon Diaz there to make the stop. Another minute 52 on the clock, third quarter.
4 seconds left on the play clock. There we go.
Jermaine with a little bit of time.
There you go. Oh, fumble.
Pioneers will pick it up.
Yeah. Ah,
Don't. Oh.
sorry.
And the Pioneers will
Yeah.
take it in.
Nice.
It's a scoop and score.
Nice.
A scoop and score. See if they'll replay us. And I think that was Big Aribe. Was that Aribe? No. Which is James Washington. Washington with a scoop and score. Welcome to varsity football, baby. Here we go. Here's the replay.
Who was that? 33 that sacked?
Yeah, that's 33 caused the fumble.
Noah Karsten.
Noah Karsten. And then Big Washington takes it in. Nice. All right, so we will see Ben Perez for the first time tonight as he gets set for the extra point for the Pioneers to take the lead. Here's the kick. Oh, it's blocked. Now
Braswell fumbles it out of bounds on the way back.
So
Wow.
we have a tie ball game.
Wow. Goodness.
Crazy one here, folks.
This is wow. Just wow. You get the but you know what I love about that? That's something poetic. The defense that's been on the field the most is the team that actually makes the first score.
Well, they're not going to show the replay. All right, so Boswell Pioneers tie this. I was hoping they could take a 1-point lead, but now it's anybody's ball game for sure.
Absolutely. Back to 0.
Back to 0. You know, the score is not reminiscent of last year's game between the feel.
The play
feel is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just kind of back and forth and struggle, you know, and nobody really running away with the game. All right, here we go. Kicking this football off, Ben Perez. And he'll moonshot it down to around the 15-yard line.
But it goes out of bounds.
Yep.
Oh. Uh-oh. It's smart. Keep yourself out of the dirt. Don't give Braswell any more yards they deserve.
A little bit of extracurricular.
All right, minute 28 left in the.
You know, I wish I had a telestrator where I could sit there and circle. You got Washington there at that defensive tackle. There's a handoff,
There you
and
go.
the Pioneers are back there quickly, and that'll be a loss on the play.
Awesome
2 yards. Back to the 28.
The thing that's different about this game than last year's game, though, is this is more defensive.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more defensive. The defense for Boswell is yeah. And Braswell's not doing too bad on with their defense, but it's more. I think Boswell's doing more of the control.
There's Jermaine.
9 seconds left on the play clock.
No, it's not Jermaine. This is Trufant.
5 seconds left on 4, 3, 2. Now they're going to call a timeout.
So they're doing a lot of, they're changing quarterbacks. That time, Trufant was out there instead of Jermaine. And what Braswell will do when Trufant's out there, he'll run the football.
Yes. So we're at 2nd and 12.
Coach Davis. Pioneers can get a stop here and get something going on offense. If they can take the lead
Yes.
going into the fourth quarter, that'd be such a morale booster. Here's the handoff.
There you go.
Nowhere to go. So Moore that time looked like he might have a hole for just a minute. Pioneers did a good job of filling the gap and closing that thing up quick.
And limiting it to 3 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it a long 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 9.
So the play clock has not started yet. I wonder why. What do we got going on here? We got another
Not sure.
call another timeout. Oh no, they were letting the
Just letting the clock run out.
clock run out, which is
All right, we move into the fourth quarter. Boswell Pioneers, there you see the familiar fourth quarter, our quarter.
And Jim, who is this fourth quarter brought to us by?
Sandy's Action Photography. Speaking of which, we haven't said a whole lot about Sandy. She's down there tonight taking pictures. We'll have those up on our Facebook page sometime this weekend. And this is her 20th year.
This is her 20th year. This is Jim's 20th year. All sorts of 20s going on here, except me.
So I say, it's just, 20 is a good
round.
number, These teams will change ends of the field. Sandy, she does a good job.
She does.
She's been through a lot of danger down there on the sideline.
Well, and she's also not feeling so well tonight either. So
she's got some issues. She's seen a lot down there. Saw Chuck get his leg broke.
Oh,
1 year down there. Chuck, the videographer. And there we go. This is another trick play by Braswell, just overthrown. And man, if that guy had been on the money,
yep,
that could have been 6.
We got a flag on the opposite side, though. Over by Coach Weaver.
See what the infraction is.
False start. Gotta like that.
All right.
So you're going to decline that penalty.
So that's twice now that Braswell has gone to the trick play. And both times they got a flag.
All right. So this is a good spot to make your start to.
Yep, 4th down.
Good.
Braswell will be forced to punt. Back deep is Rhodes for the Pioneers. They'll call fair catch right at the Pioneer 37-yard line.
All right. I think I'm going to have to say this is the game right here.
This is the game? What is this is the game?
This means if they don't score on this,
oh, okay.
We're going to be tied.
We can go into overtime. Please don't go into overtime.
Well, they don't. Do they do overtime?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think they did overtime in high school football.
Yeah, no, they go
especially first one.
They will go into overtime.
That's one of those where they go start at the 20 and
yeah. All right, here's Juju. Handoff is to Lassiter.
There you go. That's the bounce out that you wanted right there. Good spin move.
So what looked like was going to be maybe a loss of yardage, Lassiter actually turns into a gain, gets to the 42-yard line. Takes it to Lassiter, throws it inside.
Interference.
And Yeah, they're calling for interference, but
There's no interference. How is there not interference?
yeah, it
on
looks like
that
there's
play?
going to be home cooking on that.
Wow. Totally clear. I mean, contact well before.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Broadway for the Bengals on the defense, and they let him get away with one. Juju back to pass. Good pocket. Throwing inside. Oh! A lot of traffic there as that was intended for Peyton Rhodes and incomplete 4th down.
Gosh.
So the Pioneers will punt the football back to Denton.
This is very similar to what happened last year. About this time, Boswell.
Well, yeah, there was about 4 minutes left in
4
that
minutes
game.
left.
And it's funny because both of their games where they lost it in the 4th quarter, there was 4 minutes left.
Yes.
Ooh, low snap. Kick is away. And the Bengals will just let it roll. And the Pioneers get on it at the 30-yard line.
Do you want to say a shout out thank you to all of you who have joined us on this broadcast, our first of the season? Again, as I said in the pregame, it is the opening act of Jim's farewell tour.
Yeah. There's probably people at home going, finally. Who let this guy hang around for 20 years?
The problem, though, is that you're people are going to expect more, and then I'm going to come up next year, and they're going to be like, "No, get this. We want Jim back."
No. I've always said this. My daughter was in pure gold, didn't even have a kid on the team, and I'm just a painted face fan with a passion for football.
Absolutely.
Here's Jermaine, handoff. Oh, and ooh, fumble.
But there's a flag on the play.
Yep. So I don't know. This may be offsides. I'm not sure.
He got through into the backfield pretty fast.
Pretty quick. So the handoff was to Lark, and Lark, that's the second one that Lark has lost.
Illegal shit. Oh,
it's against the Bengals. Nice.
I did not see that.
So that'll back the Bengals up. I love this.
Me too.
We're next to the coach's booth, and the walls are pretty much paper thin, and we are loving what we're hearing. All right, Jermaine again, bad snap, and he is down at the 19-yard line.
Okay, so this is what you like to see.
Yep.
So that's what?
Another mistake by Braswell.
Third and 20.
Third and a long way to go.
Do not overcommit, but keep
Send
contained.
the man in motion. Handoff up the middle. And wow. Still going pretty strong there, but the Pioneers finally stopped the momentum of Lark. Lark, who did most of the damage in the first half, comes up with a nice run here.
But he's been relatively silent, though, it seems like, this evening. Or the second half.
And so the Bengals will elect to punt here. Rhodes comes back, stands at his 35-yard line. Ooh, they blocked it. Pioneers have blocked it. They block it and and so the Pioneers will have a short field.
I missed that. He actually blocked it?
He blocked it.
Nice.
See if we can get a replay on it. Come on. Give us the replay.
Seriously.
They may not give us the replay. Pioneers get the football at the Braswell 31. Yep, not going to get the replay. Here's Juju out of the gun.
There's Lassiter.
And off is to Lassiter.
No, it's
nice.
Hummer.
Oh, Hummer with a good block in
Good
front of
run.
him.
His
And
best run tonight.
he'll pick up 6.
8:53 left to go.
So 2nd down and 4. Here's Juju. Handoff is to Lassiter. Lassiter with a stiff arm. And Braswell just doing a good job of tackling.
They're doing what you have wanted, what you said Boswell's got to do.
Yeah.
Keep making him run.
Make him run inside. And they're doing a good job of tackling him around his knees.
Yeah. So 3rd and 4.
And off again to Lassiter. Lassiter
it's
with a little
Hummer.
bit of hole. Oh, to Hummer. And
Hummer.
Hummer just lowers his head
Yards
and gets
short.
close to the 1st down. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This
This will be interesting.
This is-
Oh,
looks like-
4th.
looks like they're going to go for a no.
They're going to go 4th. Ooh, are they bringing in Gata?
I think they're bringing in Gata.
No, they're not. I saw the big man, Rebay, come in. And usually when they do that, they go Gata, but they're not going Gata here. Here's Lassiter.
There's it.
Lassiter's got it.
Yes.
He's got it. Picked up the extra yard, gets to the 20, and that's what they needed.
Yes. Very much.
And
And that puts us.
what was interesting is they ran it right behind Uribe.
You know what that does?
Red's Barbecue Red Zone. Uribe, 6'3", 280. I think he's bigger than that.
Oh,
but
gotta be.
here's the handoff again to Lassiter. Lassiter looking for a hole. Bounces outside. Got some room. He's down to the 5-2. Touchdown! Touchdown Pioneers. Touchdown Pioneers. And that was all Chance Lassiter.
Absolutely. I think Amy needs. What was it we were talking about last year? Last year, Amy would give somebody like turkey legs or something like that. For touch. I think Chance needs to go in and claim his turkey leg.
All right. Are the Pioneers going to go? Are they going to go for 2 here? No. Waiting for another man to come in as they get ready for the next point. Ben Perez to kick. Your holder is Jaden Barboza. Uh-oh. And
Oh no!
no. And again,
A bad snap.
a bad snap and bad hold. And so the Pioneers take a 6-point lead as they go up 12-6 over Braswell with 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Defense has stepped up. Defense has started to hold that offense of Braswell.
Yes.
And let's see if they can continue on for another 7 minutes. Well, let's say 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Yeah. What are we at? 7:20.
7:20, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to give them anything in the last 20 seconds.
The good thing here is that I think this could also come down to the timeouts. Braswell's only got 1 timeout left. They called 2 timeouts early in the half, just like they did in the first half. Boswell still has all 3 of their timeouts.
Right? All they have to do is just be methodical. Don't make the mistakes. So far, all the mistakes have been on the side of Denton.
Yes. Just smart play. Just one yard at a time, 2 yards at a time. Forward progress is what you want.
Yep. Here's the kick. High moonshot. And Braswell will take it there at the 31-yard line. That was Landon Nolan.
Man, if there was just that slight bit more hustle to the ball, I mean, it had gone 10 yards and it had bounced. Boswell could have picked up the ball, but I don't know that they necessarily were thinking that. About two-thirds of the field to go.
All right, defense, this is where you got to step it up.
Oh,
Oh,
might have caused a
next
false start.
false start on Borges.
I think that was all set up by the little
Yeah,
shuffle
the little shift move by the linebacker there.
and
That was
causing
Cook.
it caused the defensive lineman to his shift to kind of startle the.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's that defense. That's what we talked about.
Okay,
There it is. Oh!
And again, Lark just elusive, and there goes another hat.
Uh-oh. So what is this? Third down and
Lark pretty hard to bring down.
third down and 25.
And we've seen a lot of that here in the second half. Braswell in a lot of third, second and long, third and long.
Oh, 19. My bad.
Quarterback will keep it.
Oh,
And man, he's still on his feet. He's going to pick up the first down and more. That's Trufant.
They
And
had-
again,
they had the chance.
yep. Bengals will go hurry up here. And they're going to do it again. Trufant with it. And Trufant just chewing up yards on this drive. Got another helmet.
We're not going to go to a timeout real quick. There's a good timeout on the field.
Yeah, this will be a good time for a commercial break. We'll be right back here. Meet Kim Miller. She's a property management specialist. She can help take out the hassle from the rent raise. Let her show you how to become an owner and not just a landlord. Help with rent collection, maintenance, and inspections. That's All County Property Management.
When you make money, we make money. Low vacancy rates, full web access, low monthly fee, no hidden or extra cost. Connect with us from a wide range of devices, your smartphone, tablet, and computer. So before you rent your next property, call.
All right, coming out of the break, Braswell into Pioneer territory at the 49. 2nd and 3. There's the snap. Ball's on the ground. And the Bengals are able to come up with it as Ogarante just able to jump on the loose football. But that'll make it third down.
3rd and 6. Let's watch Trufant on this one.
Yeah. Well, okay, so
Is Trufant, is that Trufant?
now they've got Jermaine
Jermaine.
is back in there at quarterback as the carousel continues at the quarterback position. Looks like there's a little confusion out
Got
there.
5 seconds left.
Pioneers showing blitz. Here they come. Bringing the house, and this is down the field, and it is incomplete.
Nice. I was looking for a flag.
Bengals are calling for a flag, but it is not there.
4th down and 13. And they're going. Oh, I was going to say,
Yeah,
surely they're not going for
They're going to
it.
kick this ball away. 5 minutes.
But they better hurry because their game clock is down to 10. Or play clock, sorry.
Yeah, down to 8 seconds.
Are they going to call their
They
final
may call a
timeout?
timeout.
No. What is going
Well,
on?
looks like they might call that final timeout.
But
Yeah, timeout by the Bengals. Pioneers
that's their
still have all
final
3 of
one.
theirs. That's right.
And that could be crucial in this game.
Yeah. If the Pioneers can get another score here, we can call it church.
Yes, sir.
Exciting.
Very exciting.
Exciting.
Very, very exciting. Much like last year's game.
Pioneer faithful on their feet. Or maybe not.
We do have quite a few people watching tonight, so that's exciting. It's good for us. 2 guys that are trying to, who knows what we're trying to do.
High snap.
But a good kick.
Really good kick. And
Oh,
wow.
Rhodes almost.
Rhodes.
But there's a flag.
Flag
All
on the
right.
play. Down at the 10-yard line.
Gonna be a late hit. Unnecessary roughness.
Yep. Peyton Rhodes.
It's a nice 25 yards on that one.
Peyton Rhodes really stepped it up at the end of last season.
Yeah.
He's become a leader on this football team.
And we ever talked about that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't roughness, but maybe it was.
All right, here we go. Boswell Pioneers with the football.
Can they spend
4 minutes and 59 seconds. Now it's a game of keep away.
Can the offense stay on the field?
Hand off Lassiter. Lassiter, not much, but he's
but look at that line
still
pushing it.
Yeah, nice push there. And they'll get the ball out to the 30,
Good
31-yard line.
Good
Pick up a 6.
6.
And that's what they got to do.
Yeah.
They got to do that right there. Just pick up 6 yards a clip.
Yep.
Just keep it on the ground, run that clock,
Make sure the line
keep the sticks moving.
and make sure your line is right there pushing the runner. Don't make the runner do all the work.
Push.
You help, absolutely.
There's the snap, and that's going to be a false start against the Pioneers. Got a little bit jumpy there on the right side. Oh, Juju. Oh, Juju loses the handle on the football, able to get it back. That could have been disastrous. Now it's 3rd down and 11 for the Pioneers. Critical play here. Hand off is to Lassiter, nowhere to go. Picks up a yard, that'll bring up 4th and 10.
You took a minute and a half off the clock, but
Yeah, that's more than enough time, really.
So what are we doing here?
They're going to go for it on fourth down? No way.
I think
Oh,
what
they're just
gonna
going to let the
clock.
they're going to let the clock run as much as they possibly
They're gonna
can.
call the timeout.
Yep, they're down to 6 seconds
Good
on the play.
smart.
3, 2,
smart
1. They'll
coaching.
call timeout, and so they will kick this ball away with 2:50 left remaining here in the fourth quarter. Hey, let's hear from you, folks. We've had 755 of you tonight. If you're still with us, where you watching from? Where you listening from? We still got our folks from overseas. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, so now we've got our farthest east, London. I
Yep.
still don't remember how far west we went.
And we had somebody in Africa.
Africa, and I was gonna say our farthest south now is Africa.
We've had Afghanistan. We had Chile,
Yeah, Costa Rica,
Costa Rica.
deep in the jungle down there.
Yeah,
Man,
pretty cool. Pretty cool. And still here in the exciting football game. The Boswell Pioneers get set to punt this football away.
man.
And gets the kick away. This will be a high end over end kick.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice. And it'll roll into Bengal territory at the 42.
Jim, I got to tell you, my heart just kind of fluttered here for just a minute because I hope this just wasn't a premonition. I'm worried about a field goal,
Why?
a touchdown and a field goal. Because
Or, well,
that would be heartbreaking right there.
a touchdown and 2.
Well, no, because it's 6-12. So if Braswell scores and they kick a field goal,
Yeah.
extra point.
Or the extra point. Kick the extra point.
Yeah, I hope that's not.
Okay, Jermaine at quarterback for the Bengals.
Bird just right beside him.
Jermaine looking downfield.
Oh, there we go.
Rebay there.
Yeah!
Nice. Sacked back to the 35. Big Rebay. Getting it done.
2nd and 17. And the speed on that big boy.
Yeah. A big nose tackle. Second year varsity letterman.
Drop the
Low
ball.
pass or low.
Good.
Oh, no. You
Good
can't do that.
tackle. At least, well, way to
Slowed
recover.
him down. That
Slowed
was
him down.
Cook slowed him down. Gets him back to the original line of scrimmage, but third down. 2:09 on the clock. Pioneers looking for some revenge after last year.
Absolutely. Looking to maintain take it from the momentum. I'm looking at this receiver. I was going to say that receiver down here on the on the short end.
Ooh, another bad snap. Jermaine up, just throws it away. Incomplete. Knocked away by John Morales.
4th down. Does Braswell? Well, Braswell's got to go for it because they don't have any They don't have any field goal or
Yeah, we're 2 minutes.
Timeouts. They don't have any more timeouts.
No
they
timeouts.
have to go for it. So this is where Boswell's got to be firm. Play your position. Don't
Here we go.
overcommit.
Big play. Back to pass, looking downfield, and incomplete. Incomplete. Canyon Diaz there almost had a pick, and the Pioneers will take over.
Oh, no, don't tell me there's a flag.
There is a flag. Or is there?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Sorry, the way that referee went out there, I was like, holy moly, no.
We just made every one of our viewership just about passed out.
Wow. Okay. So this is where you It's 3 runs.
3 runs.
3 runs. But you've got to, I think 3 runs, but you've got to get a first down in here.
Oh, if they get a first down, it's over. It's done. It may be done already.
Well, I think you still got to get at least 1 first down.
All right, here's Juju.
I may be wrong. I'm wrong.
And he'll take a knee. Yep. He'll take a knee. And the Boswell Pioneers looking to go 1-0 to start 2025.
Wow. What a game.
What a game. We saw some good stuff. We saw some not so good stuff, but that's what happens in these games. I kind of joked with Coach Ab during the coaches show this week. I told Wes, I said, Coach always tried to lose those first 2 games. And those were usually the years he went to the playoffs.
Right.
Juju will take a knee, and we'll run another 40 seconds off as we are 1:12, and the Bengals have no way to stop the clock. So very happy for those young men. A hard-fought game. Got to work a little bit on our kicking game.
Yep. There's a plus 7 seconds on the clock. So all you got to do is just give it another 5 seconds. Don't snap it yet, Juju. Don't snap it yet. Now snap it.
6, 5, 4, and he'll.
Oh!
Took a knee. Got
No.
And now now comes the fisticuffs, and I don't blame the Pioneers.
I don't either. That should have been a penalty.
That should have been a penalty.
But now they're going to wind the clock, and Boswell wins.
Boswell wins, baby. Boswell wins. Great job by those young men. They finished the season last year against Lake Ridge with a win. They carry it over to this year with a win, and definitely looked a lot better than what they did last year.
Yes.
So we're going to take a quick break here, and when we come back, we will have the post-game show. Don't go anywhere, folks. I know we probably don't have a lot to say, but still love to have you with us anyway.
All right, we'll be right back.
Pioneer sports, extra tales of great Boswell's never rock and roll. Pioneer sports, extra tales of great Boswellsports never gonna quit. Coach Weaver's war echoes in our soul, chasing glory, now we're rock and roll. Pioneer sports, extra tales of great Boswellsports never gonna quit. Coach Weaver's war echoes in our soul, chasing glory, now we're rock and roll.
All right, welcome back to the post-game show here on Boswell Sports. An exciting football game here in Denton as the Boswell Pioneers get their revenge from last year and defeat the Braswell Tigers in a seesaw battle, 12-6. And I don't know when the last time I've seen a 12-6 game, but Boswell Pioneers I think they looked pretty good.
They can't, there was offense struggled in the first half, but they came. I think they showed what they're capable of here in the second half. They put some plays together. Credit the big guy, the defense.
Aribe?
Well, no, who was it that scored?
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
The scoop and score.
Mm-hmm.
That was that taste right there that really, I think, flipped the switch. That was like, oh yeah, this is what football is all about.
So here's the difference. As you look at the kids there Man, they are happy. We saw kids running over to the sideline, helmets off, hands in the air,
Like they won the
smiling, like they
playoffs.
won the Super Bowl, or state championship. And these guys are pumped. They're happy. Pioneer pride is back, and I think this is a great win for them. It wasn't pretty.
No, no.
Let's just say it was not pretty. It was hard fought. And what I like about this game versus what we saw last year is that in that fourth quarter last year, I felt like you could feel the air just come out of the Boswell Pioneers.
Yes.
When Braswell got that football to take the lead, it was pretty much over. A little bit different this
A
time.
little bit different, and they kept fighting.
Kept fighting.
Because that was, I think that was that. I think what we saw above all, again, going back to Tuesday with Coach Weaver, what he talked about was making sure that even though you're tired, you still fight in that fight.
That's right.
You still in the trenches. You don't take that half play off. You don't just say, okay, well, somebody else has got
Well,
it.
just the confidence.
Yeah.
Having the confidence, having the confidence in themselves. That defense played their heart out.
Yeah, they did.
And they didn't give anything up really to Braswell. They took it to them, and they made Braswell make the mistakes.
Right, and you saw several mistakes with Braswell, several fumbles, and had Braswell not made those mistakes, I mean, clearly we still have a very close game, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about, the Chance Lassiter was the offense. I mean, you've got an offensive and a defensive score, either one of those. I do think, though, that Boswell is going to have to get a kicking game.
Well, I mean, they didn't have a whole lot of opportunity.
Right, but
it is the first game of the season, but yeah, they need definitely. That's something that they're going to want to look at and work on
because like I talked about in that my heart had that flutter for, because what if it's that 1 point? What if it's that one extra point? And that may be what Boswell needs later on this year, is that one extra point. And if you don't have that kicking game and have a kicker that can actually kick, you're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, you could get like this game here, like you said on that last drive for Braswell. They go down, they kick the extra point, they win the game.
Yeah.
But like I say, this is still first game of the year, non-district. After a couple of weeks, these won't even matter. They won't count.
Right.
So
yeah,
they got time to fix some stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think they'll be just fine. I like what I saw out of the Boswell Pioneers.
And you've got those guys that were in this game last year that tasted what it was like to lose and to come back and know that loss may have been what set off the season and the lack of confidence they had the rest of the season. And again, going back, you did say the confidence. Now those same sophomores last year, where the lights weren't quite as bright this year, I think, like they were last year. The lights are dimmer. The confidence is there. First game, maybe non-district, but it's a game.
Now, next week, you go into, oh man,
look at that.
Oh, that one.
That right there.
Me up. You see Coach Weaver, how happy he is, and got him one.
And his wife and his daughter.
So no, that's amazing. Now, next week you go into Saginaw, but you get that will back. Get that confidence.
I got to go back to that picture, Jim. I'm sorry. The tears from Coach Weaver. I mean, that look, you know that that pride he has in those boys right there, just in that picture of the wiping the face. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot of pride right there in that man.
Yep. Awesome.
Sorry.
Well, let's look at a couple of our scores from around the district. Again, we do next week. We've got the Saginaw Rough Riders come into Pioneer Stadium. Of course, they won that game last year, and they've got the wagon wheel.
Yes.
Pioneers looking to get it back. Hopefully, it's a revenge game for last year, and they come out on top just like they did here tonight. But so some of the scores from around our district: Mansfield Lake Ridge 31-27 over Frisco Reedy, and then that's a final. North Crowley barely beats Lancaster in a final 22-18. Mansfield Legacy was in a close one with Justin Northwest. There's 6 minutes left in that game, and Justin is winning 42-37. The Mansfield Tigers lost. They're in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left against Mesquite Horn. They're trailing 31-27. And then the Saginaw Roughriders against the Brewer Bears. The Bears all over Saginaw, 33-9 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And the thing that we got to consider about Saginaw this year
Got a new coach.
Got a new coach.
Graduated a lot of folks.
They made it. They made a statement.
Yeah.
I mean, they went undefeated last season
and went very deep in the playoffs.
But their culture is different now.
Let's see. Then we got your Eagle Mountain Knights 21-7 at the half over Jacksboro.
Oh no, that shouldn't be right.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think they would be in unless they had a lightning delay or something. But then you got 10 seconds. No, that can't be right either. Crowley's showing Crowley over Birdville 20-14. Your final score from Denton Boswell 12 and Denton Braswell 6. Chisholm Trail 26-7 over Seagoville, and then Weatherford is behind LD Bell 14-7, and then Haltom and Richland, they're still showing 20-17. Haltom with the lead. So that's the scores around our district and some of our opponents. Real quick, Keith, before we get out of here and make that really long drive back home, who's your players of the game?
I'm gonna, the two scores, Washington and Lassiter. I think those are our two. Lassiter again shows why he's the starting running back with the effort. I mean, he may not have had those big runs like he did last year at times, but he showed the power and he showed the commitment and he showed the smarts. Washington being the big guy that recognized the situation in the moment and instead of just falling on it, was smart enough to
rumble, stumble,
bumble, and his players around him to recognize what was going on. So I'm going to go Washington and Lassiter.
Okay, very good. For me, I'm going to say Peyton Rhodes. I thought he had some really good catches on offense. He played really hard, and so I want to say Peyton Rhodes is my player of the game on offense, and then on defense, Uribe. Uribe was a monster.
Yeah, he was. That I think you're absolutely right on that one. Is those guys that don't get the shine, but man, he made that one tackle on the one for the loss. Yeah, absolutely able to run down the quarterback.
All right, well, that's your final score. The Boswell Pioneers 12, Bengals 6. That'll do it for this game. Again, not sure if we will carry the Saginaw game next week. We got different issues with the broadcast team. I'll be gone, and Keith's one-legged, and so we're not sure. So just check the website, and we'll let you know. But more than likely, we won't have the game next Friday night. But after that, we'll be here the rest of the season. We hope you've enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit rough. Was not having Peyton here. I guarantee you when Peyton comes back on the mic, it'll be way better. But appreciate you listening in. Appreciate you watching. All the people from all over the world, which was amazing. And until next, this is Jim Howard, along with Keith Diamond, saying good night from Denton ISD, where the final score is your Boswell Pioneers 12 and the Denton Bengals 6.